Hello, it's Sammy here with another one of your Recovery Devon dailies. Before I start talking to you, I'm just going to mention that there may be some strange noises that you hear in this video. If you do hear any strange noises, it is my child in the lounge playing with her farmyard animals. So if you hear a cow noise that sounds a bit strange, it is Freddie. Okay, so this video I've kind of been thinking about doing for a while, but always kind of put it to the back of my mind. But just recently I've been having some conversations with people about how we should listen to our bodies more and tune into what our bodies need more. So it kind of gave me a kick up the bum to do this video. So that's what today's daily is going to be about, is just tuning into what our bodies need and just listening to them a bit more and listening to the sensations and listening to how they feel at the moment. I think it's quite important, especially with everything that's happening at the moment. You know, we're out of routine, things might be a little bit more anxiety provoking at the moment, we might feel a bit more stressed, and sometimes when that happens we can kind of lose touch with how it feels in us, you know, like within our bodies. I've been reading quite a lot recently about how trauma affects the body and how we can store memories and emotions. And before you kind of think, well, that's not me, I don't have any trauma, you know, our bodies can also react in ways when it's not trauma, when it's, you know, something like an unprocessed event, or something that changes our worldview or how we see ourselves in the world, or just something that kind of gets our emotions going and we kind of just push it down. It's what we do in our society at the moment. Unfortunately, we like to push our emotions down. And sometimes it comes out in a physical form and we don't quite put two and two together. You know, sometimes we experience, you know, like problems with our backs, with our shoulders, stomach problems, sleeping problems, headaches, and it could be something to do with how we're not listening to our bodies, or how we're not thinking about things, how we're pushing it down and not dealing with those tough emotions. And it's understandable, really, because, you know, for example, and this isn't the same for everybody, these are just examples. If your anxiety is really high at the moment, and you're not quite addressing it or realizing it or doing anything about it, then that like anxious energy is in your body, and it doesn't really know what to do, and that can display as a number of things, you know, depending on the person, like, you know, stomach pains or tension in your shoulders because you're holding yourself really tight. You know, if we're feeling really low, we could be getting headaches, we could be having trouble sleeping, and it all shows in a physical sense. But sometimes we just don't put two and two together and think what my body is showing me is something to do with how I'm thinking at the moment or how I'm feeling at the moment. And it's just something we sometimes don't realise. You know, we can go to the GP and say, oh, you know, my shoulders are really hurting, I need to go and see a physio, and sometimes that tension in your shoulders is being held because of like quite a lot of stress or quite a lot of anxiety, and until we address that part of things, then exercises for the shoulders might have an effect, but that stress and that anxiety is still going to be there. Yeah, so I'm kind of rambling a little bit now, but just something to mention to you all. I think it's a really important thing for us just to think about, you know, and maybe if you have a couple of minutes in your day to day, maybe just to take a step back from your normal routine and just think, okay, what's my body trying to tell me today? So maybe just taking a few seconds, just take some deep breaths, maybe just do a quick body scan, you know, start from the top and work your way down the different parts of the body, see if there's any areas that are feeling really tense, any areas that are feeling quite light, any areas that are feeling different. You know, you don't have to try and change anything, but just to realise, actually, how do I feel in my body? What is my body trying to tell me today? You know, maybe today is a tough day and I've got to the end of the day and I didn't realise that I was feeling so wound up or so stressed or so tight, or you know, and even if it's a good day, you know, acknowledging that actually my body feels a bit lighter today, my body feels like it's got a bit more energy, and I want to take full advantage of that. You know, I want to pop some music on, have a bit of a dance. anything really, and they are just examples. We all feel these things in different ways, not everybody that is having a low day is going to have tight shoulders. That's just how it presents for some people, and it kind of relates a little bit to James's daily about early warning signs. I know that for myself, an early warning sign is if I feel quite heavy. If I have heavy emotions and I feel heavy in my body, and it took me years to realise that I feel heavy, but not realising that actually it was heavy emotions that I was feeling, and I was kind of blaming my body and thinking that my body felt heavy, when actually I needed to kind of process what emotions I was having, or what feelings or thoughts I was having, to kind of get that heaviness, not to go away, but just to understand what it was about, really. So yeah, I have waffled on for a little bit. So yeah, that's just what today's daily is about. If you want to just take a second to just ask your body what it needs. I know that sounds airy-fairy, but give it a go. Just see if there's any part of your body that just needs a little bit of attention. If you recognise where there might be something held for you. And I'll put some links in this video just to explain a bit more, because I'm not very good at explaining these kind of things. I just kind of go off on a bit of a tangent and ramble. So I'll put some links in here. And there's a great book if anybody wants to read it. I seem to be talking to a lot of people about it at the moment, and it's amazing how many people say to me, "Oh yeah, I've read it." As somebody that is a movement therapist, I kind of just expect movement therapists to have read books like that, and it's amazing when other people have read it and other people have expressed how important they think the body is too, with dealing with all kinds of things. So the book is The Body Keeps the Score. I will write it in the links as well. It is a really good book. Sometimes it can be quite heavy reading, but it is a really good one to explain how the body can really hold things for us. There's my lion. So yeah, that's all for today, and we will see you soon. Hope you're all well. Thanks, bye.